Okay, so here we are going to discuss in this lecture about Python module. Okay, so a Python module or a module is a package of group of programs. Okay, and it is these packages are written by the experts uh, who are very good in this specific area. They are the IT specialist, or they are from the computer science background. Peoples are coding these programs, and they are there's group of packages is there, so that we can use that packages and able to do the activities what we want to perform through the Python. Okay, so what is Python module? It is a group of programs that has been written by the expert. So Python module called quantity for financial analysis there are two basic modules for financial analysis in Python. That is, one is SciPy we are using, and the second one is domain module. Okay, so here in our syllabus, in this module or in this lecture, we are going to install one by one these modules. Okay, so in this module we are going to install NumPy, SciPy, Matplotlib, stats model, and pandas. These 4 5 functions, these 4 5 packages we are going to install. Okay, as of now there are more than lakhs of my Python modules are available with different areas is available, but for the finance and insurance we have 384 modules currently available. Okay, so out of 384 we are not going to study all 384 modules. Here we are going to study only NumPy, SciPy, Matplotlib, stats model, and panda. Okay, with this we are going to only study. This is the part of your syllabus. So before going to a detailed study or detailed description of the Python modules of these now what we are going to do, assume that we want to estimate. I'm going to start it very from the basics. Suppose through the Python, suppose you want to find out the square root. Okay, so how can you find out the square root? What are the functions what are the code lines that you will write in this Jupyter notebook to find out the square root of suppose any word 3 is there. So square root of 3, what will be the square root of 3? How can we find out? So if we write here in the notebook, just I'm writing, you can also write. If you write in this code, when you click on this column, in this column it become green. You can see here, everyone check. When I'm clicking on the column it become green, and when I'm clicking outside the column it become blue. Blue means it's inactive, green means it's going to be active. Okay, see, so suppose I want to find out square root of any number, suppose 3. So what we have to write, let's see what happened. SQRT bracket 3. If we give the command of this function square root 3, okay, so when we write square root 3, you can also write in your tab and put the button run. Then what it gives error. Okay, because we don't have the package right now in the Jupyter notebook. Those who can use, through that we can use the square root function. That's why it's giving me an error. Is not defined. You can see the name SQRT is not defined. Means there is no packages right now, those who can enable the Python to find out the square root of 3. So first, before giving any kind of command, we need to install some packages. Okay, so for some packages, what is the package for that? The reason of the square file is not built-in function, because as an existing function, when Python is launched, we use a square root function. We need to import math module function for that. Okay, so here I'm going to first install import math, because it's a part of math. So math is a function as a package that is already been programmed by the programmers. Okay, so if we import math, then see, now it's been imported here. Now if we put the square root 3, it will come. Now you put the give the command square root 3 and then run. 1 minute. Again. I'm going again, import math, run, then x is equal to math which function we are going to use here, square root. Yes. 3. Okay, then here we are going to find out, here we have imported the math function, then we have put it the x, and then math function of square root, because in math function there are lots of packages are there, but in math function we are going to use the square root function, and in the square root function, now run, make it run, then round bracket x comma 4, run. Now you can find it out here in 6 column. The square root of 3 will be 1.7321. You are able to find out the square root of 3 here. Okay, so this is just an example that I'm giving you, that if you want to use any function, you must need to identify your Python or your Jupyter notebook that what are the function it is meant for and how we are going to use that one. So if we are going to identify that one, then only they can make you understand that how you have to use that one. To use the square root function, we have to type, what we are going to do, we have to type math dot square sqrt bracket. If you use the import math command to import or upload the math module, as we have done in the preceding code, the round function that we have used here, the round function we have used, the function is used to control the number of decimal places. Okay, we have used the round for the decimal places. Okay, here what we have used this function, this function round we have used. So x comma 4 we have used here. So 4 means that up to how many decimal places we are going to use it. If suppose we are going to make it 5, then it will show 5 decimal places. Check. And then if we are supposed to make it for 6, then it will show you the 6 decimal places. If you're supposed to make it 1, then it will give you only 1 decimal place. Understand? So this way, this is the example that I have given you. Now, in addition, after showing the, I'm going to give you the command that from which you can able to find out in a particular package what are the functions are installed in that. To see the exist. Now we are going to see the existence of math module, that how many packages are there in the math function. For that we use this command. Okay, suppose this math we have imported, math function we have imported. So in math function there are a lot of packages are there, lot of programs are there, like for square root, for under root, for multiplication, division, square root, all these things are there in this. So how many functions are there? We can see here with the help of this command, dir bracket run. Now these are the functions that we have installed in that. Okay, you can see here. Understand? So with the help of dir functions, you can see how can we find out in a particular package how many functions are being installed in that. Now what we can how can we find out, suppose if we want to find out a help from the Python, if we stuck in any problem and we want to find out the help from the Python, then Python also gives gives us the function for help, that is help p bracket POW. I will show you how you can write this one. So if you want to take a help of Python, you can type this function. They will guide you. This help on built-in POW is a module bulletin. POW x time equivalent to xy with 2 agreements, xyz with 3 arguments. Sometimes as a lint use more efficient algorithms when we work with it. So this is the Python help. With this, if you want to take the help of the Python, they will guide you. For convenience, it is made for help for you. Now I would like to give you one more thing with this. For convenience, it is good idea to adopt a short name for an imported module. Okay. Suppose there is a one module you want to install and this name is very big, like matplotlib. If you want to write matplotlib, you may not able to write the spelling correctly, but that's why it coming error. Okay, so instead of using the whole functions, you can write a short name for them. So we could use the command import X module as short name as shown in the following. I will write 1 minute for you. Okay, suppose these are the import functions that I want to install. Okay, suppose sys import sys as s. Okay, so if you run this package will install. Okay, sys package will install, and instead of using sys, you can only write s in the next time. Okay, one more package I want to install is import time as tt. Okay, import time as tt. Okay, so instead of writing the time, you can only write the tt. Okay, one more function we want to install, numpy. Okay, import numpy, numpy as np. I'm giving a short name for numpy as np. So instead of writing numpy, we can write np. I want to install import matplotlib, matplotlib. So instead of matplotlib written, we can write mp. Okay, so if we run this one, then all these functions has been imported now in our Jupyter notebook, and we are now able to use these functions. Okay, suppose when calling a specific function contained as an imported module, we uses the short name. Okay, so here import time as tt. So suppose time we have imported here as tt. Okay, so to check whether the time is functioning or not. Okay, so we have written here import time as tt. Now we can make it run. Then we check whether what is the local time right now. So tt, instead of time we can write tt local time. Local time, then bracket. Okay, now we can run and see they will give you the correct timing or not. Now check here. Now today is time structure, time, year 2021. Today, here it is giving 30th. Today is 30th. Okay, 17 hour 10 minutes means 5:10. The timing is 5:10. 17 hour 10 minutes 11 seconds. Okay, so it is giving you the correct timing of means that the time function is properly working in Jupyter Notebook. You can see here everything it is giving. Okay, you are free to choose any short name for you for an important module, because such as using NP for NumPy, SP for SciPy. One advantage of using such commonly used short name is to make our programs more reliable to other. So the Python library will specify the short names also, so that if you are, suppose you are using NP for NumPy, so other one also knows that this NP means NumPy. So there will be a universal coding terms has been used for that. Okay, so whenever we are using any kind of short forms, we can use that universal short forms to make the program reliable to other. To show all functions in an important module, we use these short forms. The square root function. So import math and from math import are compared. So actually there are two method of importing math functions: import math and from math import star. These two commands we can are generally compared. So generally speaking, to make your program simpler, you can use from math import. Is especially true for the beginners who have just started to learn the program. Let us look at some lines of the code here. Some from math import star. Okay, so from math import then star. Sorry, check. Okay, it should be correct. If you are writing a spelling is wrong, then the functions will not run. From math import star, what we have done, suppose you have done something previously and you want to cite it here, then you can use this command from math import star. What we have done earlier, square root. Okay, so square root sqrt 3. We have done this command. Now we can see it will show here also. From math import, because we have already done it previous. So from math import, we have find out these things. Okay, so 1.73 to up to the number of levels we have created. So now all functions contained in the module will be available directly. On the other hand, if you use import math function, we have to add module name as prefix, such as math dot square root or square instead of square root. Suppose if you are not using from math import function, then what we have to use earlier, what we have used in math import, what we have done, we have uses x is equal to math square root. Instead of this, we can write from math square root, or you can write it here. Okay, so if you run math square root round x dot 2 places. So s 1.73. So instead of this function, instead of x math square root, we have used here from math square import function. So both are the same functions we have done, but only the writing style we have changed it here. Okay. Now one more function I'm going to give you is suppose this is I've given you the various functions of that how can you install the packages. Suppose if you want to uninstall the packages, okay, and you want to and we cannot able to we don't want these particular packages, and we want to delete the particular function, then how can we do? For that there is a specific function, del function, okay, is used to remove and import or uploaded module which is deemed unnecessary. Suppose any functions you want to delete from here, that functions can be removed from there, okay. Suppose here I will show you. Suppose let's see how many modules are there we have installed till now. Suppose in math function import import math, okay, we have run import math, then find out how many functions there are run. So these are the various functions we have, okay. Suppose bulletin is there, okay. So bulletin is there, we don't want these function, okay. We don't want bulletin here, so what we can do, we can delete the only bulletin function from that, okay. Or suppose math function is there, here the math function is there, okay, and we want to delete the math function, okay. So what we have to do, we have to do del math, okay, then run the program. If you run the program and then again check what are the modules available in that, you can run. Now you see the math function will not be there. Here we can see the math function is not there. MODF is there, MP is there, math is not there. Okay, so in this way we can remove the functions that are unnecessary installed or deemed unnecessary, then we can uninstall. On the other hand, if you use from math import, we cannot remove all functions, we just use dial math functions. These functions we have to remove those individual functions separately. We cannot remove on a single stance, okay. So individually we have to make it remove.